Good evening, everyone. Welcome to this forum for candidates running for City Council, representing cities in DeKalb County. There are City Council elections happening in Decatur and Stonecrest. In the November 4th general election, these candidates will appear on the ballot. I am Hillary Lynn, Special Events Chair for DeKalb Dems, and on behalf of our organization, I welcome you to this important event. Tonight, we will hear from candidates on where they stand on public safety, economic development, housing, infrastructure, and more. We have lots of great questions that our team has prepared, and we hope to have enough time to take on some additional questions from the audience. We are streaming live on multiple platforms, and a recording of this forum will be available on our YouTube channel. The DeKalb County Democratic Committee relies on donations and volunteers to present truthful information to the citizens of DeKalb County. To officially kick off our evening, it is my distinct honor to introduce the Vice Chair of DeKalb Dems, a tireless advocate for our community, Mr. Larry Lowe. Mr. Vice Chair, the floor is yours.
Thanks, Hillary. I want to also remind you all of the importance of voting in local elections. These are where the rubber hits the road. These elections have a direct impact on your day-to-day life. So I encourage you all to be participants in democracy by voting this November the 4th. I want to send a special thank you to our special events chair, Hillary Lind and Gloria Moore, who was instrumental in the planning of this forum. We are grateful for the both of you. Thank you to Amy Farrow, Bola Tillman, Leona Perry, and the rest of the team for organizing this essential event for our community. We have a fantastic panel of candidates with us tonight, and we are grateful for their willingness to serve. And tonight's conversation is a crucial part of the democratic process. Leading our conversation tonight is moderator Robin Bureau. Robin is a decorated Army combat veteran, a former candidate for U.S. Congress, and a respected political commentator frequently seen on national news. He brings a deep firsthand knowledge of policy and a passion for public service to our forum this evening. Please join me in welcoming Robin Bureau.
Thank you, Larry, for those words. A warm welcome again to our audience and to especially our candidates who took the time to join us this evening. I've managed many campaigns, and I've always said the best media is earned media because you don't got to pay for it. So let me go ahead and say the City Council serves as the primary legislative body of a city, collectively responsible for setting policy, passing local laws, and adapting the city budget. Council members are the direct representative of their constituents, working to address neighborhood concerns and ensure the effective delivery of city services. The council's leadership is critical in shaping the future of their city, from approving zoning for smart growth to funding public safety departments that protect our communities. Tonight, we are holding a unique cross-county conversation with dedicated leaders running to represent three distinct and important cities in DeKalb: Decatur, Clarkston, and Stonecrest. You may notice that not all candidates are with us. One, in fact, is stuck in traffic right now, trying to get on camera right now. So they may arrive a little bit late. That's fine. Campaigning is incredibly demanding, as we all know. You should know by now. And schedules can be very unpredictable. To ensure that we have as much time as possible for our discussion, we will be focusing on the candidates who are with us at any given moment, and we will not be stopping to acknowledging arrivals or departures when they get here. I will ask, however, when we go to different questions if we have any arrivals. We thank every candidate for their commitment to this process. Before we begin, this is very important, let's review the ground rules that each candidate has agreed with in advance. So each candidate will have 90 seconds to make an opening statement. Each candidate will have 90 seconds to answer prepared questions and follow-up questions. Each candidate will have 60 seconds to answer audience questions. Each candidate will have 90 seconds to make a closing statement. Do not call out other candidates by name. That's not how we do things here with the DeKalb Dems. Focus on issues and policies, please. You've already been told to pin Miss Leona as the timekeeper. I will also let you know if you've gone over time by just saying time. Forgive me, it's the Army Ranger in me. We're going to stick to time. I promise you that. So with that being said, I want to give each candidate the opportunity to introduce themselves to you, starting with Ms. Jew. In 90 seconds, please make your opening statement telling us what makes you uniquely qualified for this position.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. As Robin just introduced, I am Deanna Jusutandi, and I'm running for a District 2 City Commission in the city of Decatur. I just want to also apologize that I'm only able to stay for a short time here, but I wanted to make sure I was here for all the time I could be. So thank you so much for this opportunity and this amazing organized forum. And thank you for all that y'all are doing out there. So when I was a kid growing up, the neighborhood I lived in, just your regular neighborhood, dozens of houses around, but behind all of those front doors, my family and I truly only knew one neighbor. And when I came to Decatur, I truly found what community really means. It means a feeling of connection, belonging, and neighbors truly looking out for each other. And that is why I'm running for a city commission. I want to make sure I protect and support and strengthen that spirit of community, and to make sure every one of our neighbors feels connected, valued, and truly, truly at home. What I'm going to bring to the commission is an amazing fresh energy, as well as a proven track record of putting in the work right here locally for our city of Decatur residents. I've served on city boards within our schools, PTA and PTO president on our Parks and Recreation Advisory Board, amongst so many other things. I've been rolling up my sleeves and contributing to events that have really brought our city together. On the commission, really important to me is bringing an approachable leadership and a focus on what I'm hearing most from residents. So that includes safe streets and sidewalks, making sure our parks stay vibrant, as well as our business districts, our city infrastructure, as well as a connected, inclusive community. Once again, I'm Deanna Jusutandi, running for District 2 City Commission in City of Decatur.
Thank you so much. Mr. Edwards, do I have this correct that you are already an incumbent elected councilman?
No.
Okay,
I am
right.
actually running.
Okay, terrific. I just wanted to make sure I introduced you correctly. Mr.
Okay.
Edwards, can you kindly give us your opening statement?
Sure. Good. First of all, thank you all for allowing me this opportunity to introduce myself and tell you why I'm actually interested in running for this particular seat. Again, good afternoon. My name is Kevin T. Edwards, and I've been a proud resident of Stonecrest for over 20 years. I'm running for city council because I believe Stonecrest is at a turning point, whether we either settle for the status quo or we raise the standard of leadership and accountability for our city. Professionally, I spent more than 15 years leading fraud strategy and compliance with Fortune 500 companies in the federal government sectors. My career has been about protecting people's assets, building transparent systems, and leading teams to deliver measurable results. Those same skills are exactly what I want to bring to Stonecrest right now. My vision is simple but bold. Restore trust through transparency, strengthen our neighborhoods with smart development, and create a true downtown hub that reflects our pride as a community. I would ensure that every resident, whether they've lived here for a long period of time or just moved here, feels represented, respected, and part of Stonecrest's future. I'm not running for a title, I'm running to serve. And together, we can build a Stonecrest that works for everyone. I'm Kevin T. Edwards, running for Stonecrest District 3 City Council.
Thank you, Mr. Edwards. I want to thank you both for sticking to time. It makes me really happy. And now let's get right into the questions. Again, please limit your responses to each question to 90 seconds. I will read each question only once. If you need for me to repeat it, please ask. Let's get right into it. So with that being said, what is the single most significant challenge your city will face over the next decade, and what is one bold step that you will take now to prepare? Mr. Edwards.
Okay, thank you for this opportunity. The greatest challenge that Stonecrest faces is managing growth while restoring trust in the city leadership. Over the next decades, development pressure will increase, and without transparency and planning, we risk losing both community confidence and livability. My bold step is to implement a Stonecrest transparency ordinance on day one, requiring quarterly public reports on spending, contracts, and council votes. This policy has a clear purpose to rebuild trust, create accountability. It requires no new taxes, just leveraging our existing IT and staff website. The cities like Decatur already post detailed budget reports online at a minimum cost. And the city of Stonecrest can replicate that model. By restoring trust, we can create the foundation for smart sustainability and growth.
Thank you, Mr. Edwards. Ms. Chu, same question to you.
Yeah, thank you. So for Decatur, our biggest challenge, and this is a big one, it's already happening now, of course, but is balancing affordability with sustainably funding our everyday city services. So for all of us, for Decatur and beyond, our costs keep rising, right? Our housing, our utility, just daily living that affects my family as well. And it's getting harder and harder for people to move to Decatur of different backgrounds and income levels to live within our city of Decatur. And we are truly a city that really values diversity. I want to share something with y'all from our 2030 strategic plan. It's a direct quote, so I'm going to read it. But from this, our plan, the conversation in the past decade has shifted from preserving Decatur's diversity to rebuilding it in order to be sure that the Decatur experience does not remain a luxury good. So to me, that quote really resonated and really encapsulated what we're looking at in terms of Decatur and one of our biggest challenges. So this isn't a small thing that is easy to fix. I kind of have 4 steps to roll up into a greater package to help solve this. So first, we can continue to diversify our tax base and reduce our pressure on our home ownerships by building our commercial tax base. It's been growing, but we can do more there. Secondly, we do have affordable housing policies in place, but we need to get a little bit more energy around that to make sure that keeps moving in the direction we want it to move. Foster inclusivity, and then also talk to our community about potential trade-offs in regards to what we might need to give up as far as city services. Thank you.
Color me impressed that you fit all of that into that short amount of time. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Our next topic is fiscal responsibility. Do you prioritize keeping the millage rate low or investing in robust city services, even if it means higher taxes? Please explain. First to you, Mr. Edwards.
Okay, I believe in balance. Residents deserve efficiency, high quality service, but they also deserve fiscal responsibility. My priority is to maximize efficiency first, cutting waste, streamlining processes, and leveraging partnerships before ever considering raising taxes. In addition, the revenues that is needed, I will only support it with clear accountability and direct community benefits. For example, we can pursue federal and state grants like American Rescue Plan Act or HUD's Community Development Block Grants for funds of infrastructure and public safety. DeKalb has already used the ARPA funds to expand broadband and public safety without raising local taxes. Stonecrest can do this same thing by delivering service without overburdening families. This is one of the process of how I would actually move forth in my district. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Edwards. For the record, Ms. Chu has had, as she said, a prior obligation and has left the conversation, but she talked fast enough. I think we got enough information out of her. So next topic is constituent service. How will you ensure that you are representing all residents, not just the most vocal or well-connected? I love this question. Mr. Edwards.
Okay, now that I have the floor to myself.
You do.
I will establish quarterly listening sessions in every neighborhood and launch a digital feedback portal so that residents can share concerns directly. The purpose is equality, ensuring every voice is heard, not just the loudest. This can be funded through our existing communications budget and partnership with local nonprofits and church that already host community meetings. Atlanta's neighborhood planning units are a great example. They operate with volunteer leadership and city support, giving all residents a voice. I will bring the same model of accessibility and fairness to Stonecrest.
Thank you, Mr. Edwards. We're going to talk about county relationships right now. What is your specific plan to build a strong partnership with DeKalb County officials to ensure your city gets the resources it deserves, Mr. Edwards?
Okay. First of all, I will initiate a Stonecrest DeKalb Joint Task Force focused on infrastructure, housing, and economic development. The purpose is to align city and county priorities so Stonecrest gets its fair share of resources. Funding can come from SPLOTS dollars, which is special purpose local option sale tax, those who don't know what that is, and the federal transportation grants. For example, DeKalb County recently used SPLOTS funds to repave roads and improve parks. By building strong relationships and meeting quarterly with county commissioners, I'll ensure Stonecrest projects are prioritized and our residents actually see results. This will keep everyone in tune of what's going on.
Thank you, Mr. Edwards. We're going to talk now about public-private partnerships. Mr. Edwards, what is your red line in partnerships with private companies, and how would you protect taxpayers from a bad deal?
Very good question. The purpose is to protect residents from hidden costs and ensure accountability. I will require independent financial reviews before approving any major deals and insist on clawback provisions if companies fail to deliver. For example, Atlanta's Mercedes-Benz Stadium deal that took place down in Atlanta included community benefit agreements that funded youth programs and housing. Stonecrest can demand the same, ensuring partnerships bring real value to our community.
Thank you, Mr. Edwards. We're going to move on now to city-specific issues. Obviously, we were going to talk about Stonecrest. So what is one specific policy you would champion on day one to restore public trust and ensure transparent governance, Mr. Edwards?
Okay. On day one, I will champion the Stonecrest Transparency Ordinance. The purpose is to restore trust through open governance. This requires minimum amount of cost leveraging our IT department and our existing website to post contracts, budgets, council votes, and everything else online. The city of Brookhaven and Decatur already do this at no additional cost to the taxpayers, burdening them with the costs. By making information accessible, we empower residents to hold leadership accountability and rebuild confidence in the city government. I'm all for empowering the people because first and foremost, that's who we serve, and that's the reason why I'm running.
Thank you, Mr. Edwards. What is your specific vision for creating a central downtown for Stonecrest?
I thought about that a lot. And my vision is to transform Stonecrest Mall Quarter into a true downtown hub, a walkable, mixed-use district with restaurants, small businesses, green space, and cultural venues. The purpose is to give Stonecrest a civic and economic heart. Funding can come from public or private partnerships, opportunity zone tax incentives, and Federal Economic Development Administration grants. The city of East Point, Georgia actually used the EDA funds and private investments to revitalize its downtown, creating jobs, attracting small businesses, and Stonecrest can do the same, turning our mall corridor into a vibrant center will be a very big boost for our community and our pride. We have so many blank areas that we need to open up and vitalize and to bring smart ventures to the city of Stonecrest.
Thank you very much, Mr. Edwards. We have asked your prospective constituents to submit questions beforehand, and we reviewed them and vetted them, and I'm going to go through some of those right now. I'd like for you to answer. One that we picked from what was submitted was about civility. And look, I deal with this every day. I'm a political pundit on really conservative media, giving a Democratic counterpoint. So I deal with this every single day. The question is, as the toxicity of national politics trickles down, what is your specific strategy for lowering the temperature and fostering respectful public discourse at local city council meetings, Mr. Edwards?
That's a very good one. Well, I'll speak for the city of Stonecrest. In Stonecrest, we can't afford to let national divisions dictate how we treat one another locally. My strategy is to set the tone by example, listening first, speaking respectfully, and ensuring every resident feels heard, even when we disagree. I will propose a civility pledge for council members and the staff, actually committing us to respectful dialogue and accountability. I will also create a structured community listening session where residents can voice concerns in a moderate, respectful environment. Cities like Decatur have used facilitated town halls to lower tensions and to build trust. Stonecrest deserve the same. When people see their leaders modeling civility, it lowers the temperature, restores faith that local government is about solutions and not about shouting matches.
Thank you, Mr. Edwards. This next question is really timely, considering we have another upcoming No Kings protest, and we've all probably been involved in protests at some point. So the question is about protests and public order. Where do you personally draw the line between a citizen's protected right to protest and an act that disrupts public order? For example, how should the city respond if protesters block a major intersection during rush hour? Mr. Edwards.
Wow. And we've seen this on television a lot. I fully support the constitutional right to protest. It's part of our democracy, but that right must be balanced with public safety. The line is crossed when protest actually endangers lives or block critical intersections like major cross path, especially during rush hour. In those cases, the city should respond with measured, respectable enforcement, first by engaging protest leaders to move on demonstrations to safe areas, designated areas, and only escalating if safety is at risk. For example, I can remember Atlanta, in one of their situations, has successfully worked with organizers to redirect marches without silencing the voice. In Stonecrest, I'll ensure we protect free speech while keeping families safe on the roads. Both can be true. We can honor the right to protest and maintain public order. So you have to balance the two.
Thank you, Mr. Edwards. The next question is also timely. It's about annexation. And look, we're going through this right now with the city of Chamblee. So what is your governing philosophy on annexation? Do you believe a city should proactively seek to annex unincorporated commercial and residential areas to fuel growth? Or should a city focus exclusively on improving the services within its existing borders? Please explain your stance, Mr. Edwards.
Okay. Excuse me. My philosophy is service before expansion. Stonecrest must first prove we can deliver excellent service, public safety, infrastructure, transparency within our current borders. Residents deserve that foundation before we take on more responsibility. That said, I'm not opposed to annexation if it's strategic and benefits the residents. For example, annexing commercial quarters could expand our tax base and reduce the burdens on homeowners. But I would only support annexations with clear financial analysis, community input, and guarantees that service will not be diluted. Growth should be smart, not reckless. Stonecrest must strengthen its core before expanding its reach. So though I'm for annexation, we must make sure that our home base is covered and sound and that the people in Stonecrest are thoroughly happy of what we're doing and the services that are there before we expand our wings.
Thank you, Mr. Edwards. The next question will be about ethics reform, and that, of course, is a big one. No politician ever wants to be accused of any ethics violations, and we've had some. Seeing ethical standards across our region, what is one specific new rule that you would propose for your city's ethics code to increase transparency and ensure officials are always working for the public, not personal gain?
I would propose a conflict of interest disclosure rule, requiring all elected officials and senior staff to publicly disclose any financial ties, business relations, or gifts over $50. The purpose is simple: to ensure decisions are made for the good, for the public good, and not for personal gains. For example, and again, I use reference to another city, Brookhaven requires annual disclosures that are posted online for residents to review. Stonecrest should do the same. Transparency is the antidote to corruption, and I will make it non-negotiable. Our residents deserve leaders who are accountable and above approach.
Thank you, Mr. Edwards. And I appreciate you sticking with us through this rapid fire. This is unusual, and we really do appreciate you being a champ about this. Next question is about housing. What is your stance on allowing denser housing options like accessory dwelling units, ADUs, or duplexes in traditionally single-family neighborhoods, to address our region's housing supply or lack thereof?
It's a very good question. Let's see. I support responsible community-driven density. Accessory dwellings, units, and duplexes can provide affordable options for seniors, young families, and working residents without changing the character of their entire neighborhoods. For example, Decatur has allowed ADUs that give seniors a way to age in place while creating affordable rental options. Stonecrest can adopt a similar model with clear design standards and neighborhood input to ensure density enhances and does not disrupt or even move our community in a negative direction. This is about giving family flexibility, whether it's a grandmother's cottage, a starter home for a young couple, or a rental that helps a homeowner to cover their mortgage. Done right, ADUs and duplexes are tools to keep Stonecrest affordable and inclusive.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Do you need a moment to take a sip of water before we move on to closing statements, sir?
No, I'm good. We can go ahead.
All right. I feel bad just with all this rapid fire, but you're handling it like a champ. So with that being said, we're going to move on to our candidate closing statements.
Okay.
Mr. Edwards, the floor is yours.
All right. First of all, I would like to thank everyone for tuning in and everyone that is here, and my opponents who had other things to do. But Stonecrest deserves leadership that is transparent, accountable, and focused on results. From day one, I will champion a transparency ordinance so residents know exactly how decisions are made and where dollars are spent. I will push for responsible development that grows our tax base without displacing families. And I will work to transform Stonecrest Mall Corridor into a vibrant downtown hub, a place where families gather, business thrive, and our city finally has a heart that reflects our community pride. I will bring not only professional expertise in risk management and compliance, but also a deep personal commitment as a 20-year resident who has raised and lived in this area and invest in this community. This election is about trust, vision, and service. I'm ready to lead with integrity, to listen with humility, and to deliver with accountability. On November 4th, I humbly ask for your vote to help raise the standard of Stonecrest. Let's move in a positive and uplifting direction and make Stonecrest a vibrant mark in DeKalb County and in the state of Georgia. I'm Kevin T. Edwards. Vote for me.
Mr. Edwards, thank you so much. I appreciate those words. Congratulations, you're complete here. And now I have the luxury of giving a couple minutes to just riff. So I want to say that, these things are tough to put on. We did have 3 candidates who RSVP'd and said they were going to be here. One was caught in traffic, and we all know how that is around Atlanta. These things are important. I appreciate you showing up. Like I said at the beginning, earned media is the best kind because you don't got to pay for it. But it's important, to take care of yourself. I've unsuccessfully ran for mayor and state senate, close campaigns, thank you. But it takes a toll on you. Make sure that you're getting the rest that you need, drinking plenty of water, and talking with your family. They're all included. You can't do this without their buy-in. It's incredibly important. And just make sure that you're getting your messages out. It couldn't be any more important right now. With all of the turmoil that we're seeing nationally, I get asked this question about every day. People, despondent Democrats that are worried about what's happening nationally. And I always say the best thing you can do is just get involved in a local level. We have municipal elections happening right now. It affects your life so much more directly than some of the chaos, especially with our government being shut down right now. So just, to the people that are listening and will be rewatching this, fight, get out there. Vote for your candidates, support your candidates. They need people to put out yard signs. $5 donation goes a long way more than you think it might. So just, you're tuning in today is getting involved, but we've got just a few more weeks and it's going to depend on you. With that being said, I'm going to hand it over to Larry. Thank you for letting me moderate this.
Thank you, Robin. City council meetings are a vital part of the local governance and are open to the public. We encourage everyone to attend their local meetings to stay informed and make their voices heard. You can find schedules, agendas, and information on how to participate on your city's official website. Please look in the chat for the links to the city websites of Decatur, Clarkston, and Stonecrest. Thanks to everyone for being here tonight. Before we close, let's hear our final thoughts from Hillary Lind, our special events chair.
Thank you, Mr. Vice Chair. On behalf of our team, thank you all to the candidates who joined us tonight and to everyone in the audience for your time and engagement. I especially want to extend a sincere and personal thank you to Mr. Edwards tonight. Tonight's forum took an unexpected turn, and Mr. Edwards' commitment to seeing it all the way through nonstop allowed us to continue this important conversations for the voters. His professionalism and dedication to engaging in this in-depth discussion are a true testament to his respect for the democratic process and the community he seeks to serve. Thank you, Mr. Edwards, for providing such value to our audience this evening.
You're very welcome. You're very welcome.
On behalf of our team, I want to thank the other candidates that were able to join us this evening and those that couldn't make it. And to everyone in the audience, thank you for joining us. An event like this requires an army of volunteers, and I want to personally thank each of you. A huge thank you to our moderator, Robin, who joined us again for the 3rd time to moderate this event. Thank you to our DeKalb Dems Chair, Brandy Reich, and Vice Chair Larry Lowe, and our incredible production team, our Zoom operator this evening, Lawrence Nathaniel, and our tech support, Dr. Bola, and our timekeeper, Ms. Leona Perry. I also want to extend a special heartfelt thank you to Gloria Moore. Gloria's strategic guidance was absolutely essential this evening in bringing tonight's forum to life. While we are volunteers, we do present events like this to inform the citizens. We do have expenses and ask for your financial support. Please consider a small amount or a monthly recurring donation to power democratic wins here in DeKalb County. Please check your voter registration to make sure that it is up to date. Early voting does start October 14th through October 31st. Election day is November 4th, and if there is a runoff, that election will take place on Tuesday, December 2nd. A recording of this forum is available for the viewing and sharing on our YouTube page, as well as a webinar recently presented on why local elections matter. These are in the chat. Please visit DeKalbDems.com to discover ways to engage right here in DeKalb County. We are building our communities and encourage each of you to connect with them. Finally, it was a pleasure for DeKalb Dems to present this information to you tonight, and to Mr. Edwards and the other candidates that were able to join us. Congratulations for making it this far, and I wish you success on a successful campaign. Thanks for everyone for joining.